My God, I hate drugs.
You were talking here of expatriation of roughly how many millions? Marami to.
So how much is the estimate of this
Hindi ko alam,
administration?
but that's what the President is asking them to meet in a special session.
Sir, dun
Yeah.
sa request ng sa request of special session ni Presidente, ano bang rationale just for additional funds for the repatriation of OFW?
Among other things. So also so that members of Congress can talk about it.
But sir, don't we have enough funds since it's just the start of the budget year? Meron naman tayong funds sa ating mga OFW.
But hindi baka kulangin yun. You were talking here of expatriation of roughly how many millions? Marami to.
So how much is the estimate of this
Hindi ko alam,
administration?
but that's what the President is asking them to meet in a special session.
Sir, the President has discretion over his social funds, tapping of PAGCOR and PCSO.
Whatever the President wants that or suggesting that Congress meet in a special session. This is a very major problem that confront our countrymen in the Middle East.
Sir, since this is really a big problem, sir, did the President discuss the provisions of the EDCA, Enhanced Defense
No.
Cooperation Agreement, whether the government will be allowing U.S. troops to pass by agreed locations in the Philippines for deployment to Middle East?
No, that wasn't discussed, but he has instructions with the Secretary of Foreign Affairs. I do not know exactly the instructions.
At this
But
point,
the Secretary of Foreign Affairs excused himself so that he could start working on the instructions.
there's no point, sir, at this time to discuss the provisions of the EDCA, whether we'll allow it.
If there are discussions, then it will be done.
Okay, thank you. Rose and then Alvin.
Sir, follow-up lang. Sir, napag-usapan ba yung posibilidad na magpadala ng Filipino troops in case na mag-escalate yung tension as per Mutual Defense Treaty or Visiting Forces Agreement or EDCA?
I wasn't present during the meeting called by the President the other day. They could have discussed it. Hindi ko alam.
So kagabi pa hindi napag-usapan?
That was not mentioned.
Thank you.
Okay, Alvin.
Good afternoon po, Secretary. Secretary, meron tayong umiiral na Mutual Defense Treaty sa Amerika. If force comes to worse po, ano mga senaryo yung obligado tayong tumulong sa US at magpadala ng pwersa ng ating militar?
Depende kung the provisions of the agreement will be observed, then necessarily it will be operational.
Follow-up lang, Sec. Yung mga senaryo na na pwede tayong manatiling neutral kapag nagkaroon ng confrontation yung US saka ang Iran and
No,
Iraq.
teka muna. Hindi tayo magiging neutral. The President was very specific in saying last night that if the Filipinos are harmed, he will side with the Americans. That is precisely why he specifically instructed Secretary Mamao to go to Iran and Iraq and deliver a special message to the Iraqi and Iranian government of his urgent desire and wish that no Filipinos be harmed in the course of the conflict.
Thank you po, Secretary. Salamat.
If they will harm the Filipinos, then the president will not sit down idly and watch.
Ay, sir, kung nasaktan yung mga Pilipino dahil sa US airstrike, paano po yung ganun?
Ay, iba naman yun. Kung aksidente, ang sinasabi ni Presidente, huwag niyo idama yung mga Pilipino dyan sa away niya sa Amerika.
So, iba
Kasi,
pa...
di ba, we're supposed to be allies of the Americans. And yung enemies might also attack not only the Americans, but the allies of the Americans.
Pero pag nasaktan po yung Pilipino sa US airstrike, iba na naman yung magiging posisyon niya doon?
Tingnan natin. Let's see. We cannot preempt what the President is going to say
Jillian.
or react.
Sa water? Follow up muna. Tina and then, I'm sorry, Raymond.
Sir, nabanggit niyo, if Filipinos are harmed, the Philippines will side with US.
Yes.
Curious lang. Why?
O bakit naman hindi? Kung papatayin mo mga Pilipino, gusto mo sabihin, hindi tayo iimik. Ang kalaban nila, Amerikano. Kaya nila gagawin yon dahil kakampi tayo ng Amerikano.
What if US forces ang makapatay sa Pilipinas?
Sinagot ko na yan. Tinanong na yan, sinagot ko na.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Tina, follow up.
Sir, is there now a shift of foreign policy?
Hindi naman. Ang sinasabi lang ni Presidente, huwag niyong idamay ang aking mga kababayan dyan. And most likely naman, palagi ko naman hindi nila idamay.
Sir, hindi ba...
Kwentas claras lang para...
Sir, hindi ba kinoconsider ni Presidente na act of aggression yung pag-assassinate ng US kay General Soleimani?
I will not make any stand on that. That's a fight between Americans and the Iranians. Ang foremost in his mind is the safety of our kababayans there. Yun lang ang kanyang concern.
Okay. Follow up, Joseph.
Sir, when the President said that the Philippines will side with the United States, what does it mean operationally?
I don't know. Basta yan ang sinabi niya. I'm just quoting him. It's his exact words.
May follow-up question pa doon sa Julie.
Sir, sorry, just for context, how did the President say yung kung may masaktan na Pinoy, kakampi siya sa
Hindi
Amerikano?
ko masaktan kung sasaktan nila.
Yeah, ano po yung
Kumbaga,
context ng
intentional
conversation?
yung gagawin mo.
Yes, ano po yung context ng conversation? How did he mention it?
Ay, kasama
Ano
yun sa
dinidiscuss
discussion
niya?
Kasama sa discussion.
He was talking before, paano
During the cabinet meeting yun, yeah. Alam mo, pag cabinet meeting, extensive ang discussion. Kasama yun.
Okay.
Yun ang isa sa mga sinabi niya.
Okay.
Maricel?
No, sir, just a clarification. So, parang nagbigay ng warning si Presidente against the government of
Not warning.
Iran.
It's a friendly caution. He's expressing his concern for the safety of his countrymen, which is foremost in his mind.